Arctic. Now, initially I bought this to replace the thermal pads inside this guy, but if you haven't seen my recent unboxing where I got a Note 4 from Kijiji, this guy's are just relegated to experimental test bed status because when I tried to fix it, it just led to problem after problem after problem. I'm like, you know what, forget it. Got this guy, like new, $89 instead of spending anywhere between $135 to $200 for a new digitizer. Now, because shipping was pretty expensive, I think it was like $32 DHL, I don't know why, I decided to also get a fan. So I have another USB device I can test the fan inside of. I'm going to do that. What should I use? I think I have my old BlackBerry that I think I might just use. Yeah, so while I am cutting into this, I'm going to be, actually no, I'm not cutting into it right now because I'm currently shuffling around in the background, as you can probably tell with the sound effects. So okay, now that I have everything that I need, I can actually get into the box. So let's do that. Arctic. Now they don't just sell thermal pads, I believe they also sell other stuff. You can go to the website and check them out. But if you are going to be buying from them, especially if you like live in Canada or someplace, it makes sense to just get enough to make the shipping worth it. I don't know how much shipping costs for like the United States or for Canada. For me to just get the thermal pads and the $32 shipping, I'm like, nah, I have to get at least one other product to make it worth it. Okay, this thing's being a bit of a butt, so I'm going to just hold this and cut into this. It's a shame that this phone had to be such a fiat. I had high hopes for it working, but whatever. Okay, so is this it? Carbon neutral green Arctic Deutsche. So you can tell that it's very German with the .de. And okay, so did they just give me two? Okay, so what is this then? Wait, hold on a second. What's this? I only just ordered two things, so you can tell me all of this is just paper. LOL. No, you know what? No, I think this is there a surprise in here, or is this just all paper? Nope. It's all paper. Whoa. That is a lot of paper. Now I'm going to take this off the desk. And for just these two things, this is how much paper they put inside. No, hold on. I can't even show all of this in a second. In fact, I don't know if I can even talk loud enough while I'm crumpling it, but yeah, all of this. So they're not messing around in regards to two things. Net neutrality, no, not neutrality. What's that term again? Yeah, carbon neutrality and safe shipping. Rather than using styrofoam bubbles, they decided to use this because this can either be recycled or decomposed. And they wanted to use lots of it too to make ultra sure that their product won't get damaged. But wow, that is a lot of paper. So I'll definitely recycle that. Or if I had a compost site or whatever close by, I guess I could just directly throw in the compost. But for me, it's easier to just recycle. So anyways, let's just take a look at this. Now, you know what? Actually, I can still apply the thermal. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be doing that on camera. Whoa, I need to adjust this a bit. The angle's looking kind of weird. It doesn't help that I also have it attached to a charger right now because the battery is running very low. So hopefully the angle of the video won't look too weird. But anyway, so yes, I'm going to open this. But even then, it will make sense to just change the thermal before installing a new screen, because if I were to install the screen first and then the thermal next, it would probably lead to me damaging the screen in some way, because those of you that do not know, you have to kind of dig into the sides to get into it. Like first you would take off the back and then you would like dig in here to kind of get it to separate. Now, should I really demonstrate this on camera? Or should I not? I don't know. Or you know what, maybe it's okay, no, I think I'm kind of take up the skin already, but yeah. So like that. And then if I were to Well, actually, now I don't have anything to dig into anymore because I just took that off. So now it's going to just be too weird to do. So never mind about me actually demonstrating it on camera. Because if the digitizer were here, it would give me a bit more grip to actually separate this mid-frame. Oh, no, you know, it's probably this, actually. I think it was the S Pen, maybe. So perhaps I could try it again. No, you know, I think that should just be something for another video. So, I don't know. Maybe in a separate video, just maybe, I might change the thermal. I don't know. Actually, you know, I think that would only make sense if I were to change the thermal and attempt to install a new screen. Because I don't know if I'm going to be getting a new screen for this problemsome phone. It's just a big question mark about what I will do. So here's this. And yeah, this is really the thing. You know, I think maybe it would have been better of actually getting the 1.5mm version. Because it's like, if I were to replace this one, I probably might have to like actually use 2 of these, and maybe I'd have to cut out 2 squares. Now, I'm not talking about the entire block, of course, but like if you've seen the eMMC for this, you know what I mean by 2 squares. Like you would know. So, yeah, wow, this is really thin. Now, the fan. Perhaps you were more excited to see the fan because to most people, what I was saying about the thermal, which I was probably just boring, blah, 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 blah. Or was it not? Yeah, 0.5mm. Should have probably went with 1.5, or better yet, maybe even both. Yes. Bought this fan. We're going to take a look at the specifications. USB powered, smart. Oh, ideal for smart charger, power bank, laptop, monitor arm. And you can see some other things here. Maybe I need to bring my lights in closer, maybe not. Designed by Arctic in Deutschland. It doesn't say Deutschland, but this is so very obviously a Deutsche company. And are the frame rates weak? I don't know. To me, let's get this thing off with the frame rates in this camera. I don't know. It's not looking as smooth as it should. Anyways, let's just open this up. Oh, would you look at that? You didn't have to destroy it. Oh, I can even hand spin it. How cool is that? Not that that's super ideal, but it's also a good way to also test those frames. Perhaps I should have done that rather than just going like, LOL. And yes, this is flexible. You can bend it, just like that. Wave it. Why would you wave it? I don't know, but if you really want to, you could. Now, where is my USB? I don't know if I'm going to kill my BlackBerry for doing this, but we will find out real shortly. Alright, so this is my old BlackBerry, the one that I got before getting this newer model. So, I'm going to obviously be testing it in this one, not this one. Now, you cannot stick it in directly, so I'm going to have to instead just use this. Take this out. And insert this. It's probably not going to have enough amperage, but I'm going to try it anyway because why the hell not? Oh. Oh, it works! LOL! That's cool. I'd imagine it's being hard on the battery though. But yeah. Now, unfortunately, the phone froze. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, I don't know why sometimes this Razer Phone 2 just freezes. I hope that it at least showed me installing it. The only y'all know is when editing time comes. I mean, of course you will know because you're going to be the one seeing the edited video. So, I mean, we're both going to see it. But as I'm doing this while I'm recording, I don't know if it captured that part. So, okay. I'm wondering if I should test this in an iPhone now, because I hear that if you do it in an iPhone, that it'll typically give you like a not enough amperage warning. So it's really cool to see that BlackBerry Passport has it. Now, can I do other things in the background with it too, or is that going to be too hard on the phone? Well, actually, no, I'm going to find out. Let's see if I can play something like Flappy Bird in the meantime. Yeah, let's do that. Can it handle it? I think it should be able to. Or will it make it hot? Oh, it's working. One nice thing about gaming with Blackberries is that using the physical buttons makes you feel a bit more like you're using a console rather than just beating glass. Now, not all BlackBerry games let you use the physical keyboard, but for the ones that do, it's just an extra satisfying feel of just pressing physical mechanical buttons. Alright, so you get the point. I would like to try another device. Which device will I try? I would really be tempted to try an iPhone, but both of them are off right now, so if this experimental note were working, I would love to test it inside of it, but it's not, so what else can I test? Actually, no, maybe I can test that Lumia on the wall. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do just that. Yeah, let's test that Nokia Lumia 1520 on the wall. Since it's a really old device in due for repairs, it'll be perfect. And yes, this is the exact time live that I'm doing this. So you can see 6:03, about to turn 6:04 Daylight Standard Time, Eastern Time Zone. And yeah, speaking of that, I really hope that they do away with this whole Daylight Standard Saving Time thing and just leave it in regular Eastern Standard Time Zone. No, in fact, actually, I think all of Canada should just get rid of this whole hour back and forth thing and just leave the time as it is. So once it goes back to the natural time, like when Daylight Standard Time ends, just leave it to the normal time and no more hour forward. Now that's that. So I shall now proceed to taking this out, and we're gonna use, oh Jay, look at that, 2 clocks now. So yes, what exactly is wrong with this phone? The digitizer is very wonky. But you know what, to be fair, it took a very long time to do that, and it has a bit of image retention. Like if I were to turn it off right now, you would see it pretty bad. Yeah, see that? Weird. Can you see the time faint in the background a bit? Let's test it. How come it doesn't work with this phone? What? Really? It doesn't work with Windows phones, or is there just something not right? Okay, let's try this again. Not good. Alright, okay, let's try again. How come it works on BlackBerry 10 but not Windows 10? That's so weird. Alright, so I'm going to take this directly out of it and put it in the BlackBerry and see what happens. You see for yourselves, right? You see for yourselves. So, you would think that with BlackBerry 10 being the more ancient of the two, that also had the least support out of the two, that it should be the one that should probably not work. Instead, it's the Windows phone that doesn't work. Now, I could probably try the 950 XL, but it's charging right now, so the only thing I suppose I could do is maybe try my S5, although I don't feel like doing that, it's not even on right now. Do I want to try my newly acquired Note 4? Honestly, I don't know. No, I probably actually should. I don't think it's going to harm it too much. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So let's power this guy right back up. And we'll just briefly try it. But no, seriously though, I would like to know, why? How come it doesn't work in Lumias? Why not? I find that so disappointing and sad. No power. Alright, so let's bring it over to the Note. I have a very good feeling it should work for the Note. So okay, it works in Android, it works in BlackBerry 10, but for Windows Phone, I cannot come to a precise conclusion until I test the 950 XL. You know what, maybe I should do just that actually, yeah. Let me take out one of my USB-C adapters if I can find it real quick. Can I find it real quick? Where is it? That's kind of the problem right there, so you know what? I'll just have to pause the video and I will come back to you later. So, I decided to bring up the iPhone 6s Plus because what's good would this video be if I were to do 3 platforms and then leave out one of the biggest platforms in the world. So here it is. And yes. Way to go, I just flung this right off the table. Anyways. Okay, so it looks like the 1520 is just underpowered because as you can see here, it's working beautifully. I'm going to do too long because this is one of my prized flagship devices, so I'm going to take that out now. And I'm going to pull this out real quick. Test this out. I think it should work. It really should. So yes, as you can see, iPhones have very weak amperage. So it works, but poorly. So my BlackBerry, actually no, you know what though? I haven't tested the 6, no not the 6, the 8. Because maybe the 8 will be able to do it faster, I don't know. But it's kind of funny to see that a BlackBerry apparently has more amperage. But then again, the Lightning adapter is honestly factually proven to be the slowest port of all the ports out there, so it shouldn't be terribly shocking that it is having a hard time. Like, I mean, I haven't tested new iPhones, I don't know, maybe I could be dead wrong on that, because who knows, maybe if I were to use something like, say, a 13 or whatever, it would probably be able to do it. But anyways, I'm not going to continue to make this phone strain because this isn't a trash iPhone that I can just use for salvage experiments. It's still a device that I use for more than just sitting around. And yes, that's been it for this video. So the thermal pads, the fans, or actually the fan, I bought them directly from Arctic. Oh, that's weird. I thought it was supposed to be Arctic dot Deutsche. What's AC supposed to stand for? Whatever. I think the video's been long enough. You know, it'd be kind of funny to test this on BlackBerry Q10, but mine is in retirement, and I have to dig through some toads to get it, so maybe another time. Who knows, another BlackBerry Classic would work. So many phones to potentially try with this USB fan. Bonus footage.